Good day. Welcome to my math class. I am teacher Casey. For our objectives, first, we're going to illustrate rational algebraic expression or RAE. Second one is to rewrite negative integral exponents into positive exponents. And the last one is we are going to simplify rational algebraic expression. We're going to talk about illustrating and simplifying rational algebraic expression. For our learning task number 1. Kulang ako kung wala ka dahil you need to complete me. Okay, we're going to complete these tables by giving the factors of numerators and denominator in simplified form. Given the rational number 21 over 49, we are going to factor it by 3 times 7 and 7 times 7. And after that, you just cancel the common factors between numerator and denominator, and the remaining factors will be the simplified form of our rational number, and that is 3/7. Okay, so we need to find the simplified form of 18 over 36. So giving the factors of 18, 2 times 9, and 36 all over 2 times 9, and just cancel the common factors, and that is 2 and 9. So the simplified form of 18 over 36 is 1/2. Let's try another one. So we have a rational number 81 over 72 by giving the factors of 81. We have 9 times 9 and 72, 9 times 8. You just cancel the common factors, 9. And of course, the simplified form of 81 over 72 is 9/8. How about if we have 9m plus 9n? All over 9r minus 9s. Okay, we're going to factor it by common monomial factor CMF. The common factors between 9m plus 9n is 9. And of course, our denominator 9r minus 9s is also 9. You just put the 9 outside the parentheses, and the remaining factors will be put inside the parentheses. So we have 9 quantity m plus n all over 9 quantity r minus s. And you just cancel the common factors 9, and the remaining factor will be m plus n over r minus s. That will be the simplified form of our rational number 9m plus 9n all over 9r minus 9s. How about this one? If we have m squared minus 9 all over m plus 3, we need to factor this m squared minus 9, difference of two squares, right? Okay, by having this two parentheses, having plus minus sign, just find the square root of m, and the square root of 9, 3. And of course, just copy the denominator m plus 3, and then you cancel the common factors, m plus 3, and the remaining factor is m minus 3. That will be a simplified form of our m squared minus 9 divided by m plus 3. Let's try another one. We have x squared plus 3x minus 4 all over x squared plus 4x minus 5. So, factoring method that we're going to use is quadratic trinomials where a is equal to 1. So, you think of a factors of negative 4 that will give you the sum of positive 3. And of course, we have negative 5, factors of negative 5 that will give you the sum of positive 4. And that is, we have quantity x plus 4 and quantity x minus 1 all over quantity x plus 5 times quantity x minus 1. And you just cancel the common factors, x minus 1. Therefore, our simplified form is quantity x plus 4 all over x plus 5. Alright, let's define what is a rational number. Rational number is ratio of two real numbers. Alright, how about algebraic expression? If we're going to define this, is composed of terms or group of terms. So, it is composed of variable and also a constant. We have an example, x plus 4. We have two terms here. Let's define what is a term. A term is composed of coefficients and or variables with multiplication and division as mathematical operations. Terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. And polynomials or algebraic expression may have one or more terms. Of course, if we have one term, that is what we call monomial. Two terms, binomial. 3 terms, trinomials. If it is 4 or more terms, that is what we call multinomials, or just simply say polynomials. We have here an example, 2x plus 4. It is an algebraic expression with 2 terms. So the first term is 2x and the second term is 4. How about ratio? If we're going to define ratio, it is comparison of two or more quantities. So as you can see, if we're comparing two quantities, 3 is to 2. And we can express also a ratio as a fraction, 3 over 2. And the operation involved here is division, right? Let's define now what is a rational algebraic expression after we define rational number, algebraic expression, and ratio. We're going to combine it. And a rational algebraic expression is a quotient of two algebraic expressions where both numerator and denominator are polynomials. If P and Q are algebraic expressions and Q must not be equal to 0, the expression P over Q is called rational algebraic expression. So you have here an example, x squared plus 5 all over x plus 2. As you can see here, we have the numerator x squared plus 5 and denominator x plus 2. It is both polynomials. So a rational expression because it is ratio of two polynomials. Okay? Let us have this activity. Okay? It will help you to classify expression into rational algebraic expressions or not rational algebraic expression based on the given definition. Let's call this game as red light, green light game.
5분 안에 술래의 눈을 피해 결승선에 들어오는 분들은 통과입니다. 그럼 시작합니다. 무궁화 꽃이 피었습니다.
All right, are you ready for our red light, green light game? So, this green light stands for the rational algebraic expression, and this red light means not RAE or not rational algebraic expression. Let's start with this one. X over 2 plus 7. This is green light, a rational algebraic expression. How about 5k all over 2 times 0? This is not a rational algebraic expression. The third one, we have x raised to the 6th power all over p minus p, not a rational algebraic expression. How about c all over 5 plus 7 times c? This is RAE or rational algebraic expression. How about if we have x to the 4th power minus 2x plus 4 all over x? Rational algebraic expression. How about this one? 1 minus m minus 1? Green light or rational algebraic expression. B all over 2 minus 0? Green light, rational algebraic expression. N minus 2 all over n? Green light, rational algebraic expression. X plus 6 all over 0? Red light or not rational algebraic expression. And the last one, we have x squared minus 9 all over x, green light, rational algebraic expression. Let's have all the green light examples. So as you can see here, we have x over 2 plus 7 and minus 2 all over n, c all over 5 plus 7c, b all over 2, x squared minus 16, x to the 4th power minus 2x plus 4 all over x, x squared minus 9 all over x. And those are green light or rational algebraic expression. Let's see this given, x over 2 plus 7, notice that neither of the denominators of the expression is 0. As you can see, we don't have 0 sa denominator. So, meaning, kapag wala pong 0 ka sa denominator, or pag sinimplify mo yung denominator, hindi magiging 0, rational algebraic expression yon. Pero once na naging 0 yon, that means na-try na. And of course, the sum of the expression will not also equate it to 0. Kapag po pinag-add natin itong expression natin, hindi naman siya mag-i-equal to 0. So, meaning to say, this is RAE, or rational algebraic expression. Okay, how about x squared minus 16? If you can still remember, what factoring method can factor this expression? So, the factoring method that we're going to use is difference of two squares. This is RAE. Why? Because the denominator of this is 1. So, based on the definition of a rational algebraic expression, it is in the form of P over Q, no? Both numerator and denominator is a polynomial. How about b all over 2 minus 0? So you can see 0 in the denominator, but this expression is a rational algebraic expression. Why? Because 2 minus 0 is equivalent to 2. Thus, the simplified form of this is b over 2. That's why we have RAE here. b over 2 is RAE, or rational algebraic expression. Okay, these are not rational algebraic expression. So, why? Because obviously po, ang denominator niya is equivalent to 0, di ba? As you can see here, we have x plus 6 all over 0. Obvious yan, 0 yung denominator niya. How about this one? We have 5k all over 2 times 0. O, di ba? 2 times 0 will give you 0. So, any number multiplied by 0, the answer is 0. Therefore, this is not RAE kasi ang denominator niya 0. Another one, we have x raised to the 6th power all over p minus p. Pag sinimplify ko si p minus p, ang lalabas dyan, diba, 0? Kasi p minus p. O, ang difference niyan, 0. So, 0 na naman ang denominator mo. How about this one? We have 2x squared plus x all over 3 to the square root of x. So, meron tayong radical sign dito or naka-square root, yung square root of x. Once na meron tayong radical sign sa denominator or naka-square root siya, naka-cube root siya, meaning to say, na-try na din siya. Pero may condition tayo. Once na yung naka-radical sign ay may perfect root. Like for instance, this is square root of 25, hindi square root of x. Kasi yung square root of x, hindi na yan matatanggal ang radical sign kasi wala naman siyang perfect root, ba? Diba? But if it is square root of 25, let's take it for granted na yung nasa loob ng radical sign ay 25. So, this will give you, square root of 25 is equal to 5, right? So, therefore, ang ibig sabihin po nun, kapag daw ang nasa denominator ay may perfect root, magiging RAE siya. Kasi matatanggal yung radical sign sa kanya, di ba? Did you get me? Okay. How about this one? So, we have x plus 6 all over 0. It is very visible that the denominator of the ratio is 0. Yan, kaya po siya na-try. As you can see here, yung x raised to the 6th power all over p minus p, though there is no zero quantity seen on the denominator of the expression, but this is not a rational algebraic expression. Why? Because p minus p will give you 0. Why is it that if the denominator is equal to 0, the expression is not rational algebraic expression? Because the denominator 0 will make the expression undefined or meaningless. Like in real life, you work so hard to be at the top of your class or to have a perfect attendance to get a medal, but your parents or teachers still don't recognize it. You feel worthless, your effort is meaningless. The denominator of your hard work is zero appreciation, and your goals became undefined. But know this, your labor is not wasted. Your gain might not be seen, but it's like a seed. It will grow and bear fruits at the right time. Let's proceed to laws of exponents. So, if you can still remember, product of power, so we have common base and the exponent will be added. Ayan. So, example, we have x to 2 cube times 2 squared, so is equivalent to 2 to the power of 3 plus 2. So, we have 2 to the 5th power. So, you multiply 2, 5 times 2 itself. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32 is the answer. That is under product of powers. Pag power of a power naman, so we have quantity x to the a power to the power of b. So, you just multiply the exponents. So, example, we have quantity 3 squared to the power of 3. So, you just multiply 2 times 3, so this will give you 3 to the 6th power. So you multiply 3, 6 times 2 itself, 3 times 3, 9, times 3, 27, times 3, times 3, times 3, 729 is the answer. And of course, under po ng power of a product, we have quantity xy to the a power. So as you can see here, you just have to multiply, of course, the exponent of the exponent inside the parentheses to the exponent outside the parentheses. Ayan. So we have 2 to the third power and y to the third power. Therefore, we have 2 times 2 times 2, y times y times y. So we have 8y cubed under power of a product. So the next one is what we call the power of a quotient. So under power of a quotient, you are subtracting the exponent. So example, we have 2 to the fourth power all over 2 squared is equal to 2 to the fourth power minus 2. So 4 minus 2 will give you 2. So 2 squared will give you 2 times 2, equivalent to 4. For our case number 2, we have x to the second power all over x to the fifth power. You subtract the exponent. So this will give you x to the negative x raised to the negative 3. So meaning, hindi tayo pwede magkaroon ng negative exponent, lalagay natin siya sa denominator. So our final answer will be 1 over x cubed. And of course, we have 0 exponent. So any number down na raised to 0, the equivalent is 1. So as you can see, we have an example. Quantity 3x squared y z to the power of 0. This is equivalent to 1. Let's have an example. So we have d raised to negative 6. This will give you 1 over d raised to 6. N squared all over, or quantity n squared all over 18 raised to the fourth power to the power of 0. So 1 lang siya. Kasi naka-raise siya sa 0. Both numerator and denominator. And of course, we have 12m raised to the 0 power. So we have 12 as the answer. And of course, a squared, b to the fourth power, c to the negative 8, d raised to 5. So as you can see, we have negative exponent, yung c, yung variable c natin. So therefore, you're going to put it at the denominator. So remain po sa numerator yung positive exponent na a squared, b raised to the fourth power, d raised to 5 all over c raised to 8. Okay, we're going to rewrite each item to expression with positive exponent on the space provided. So we have m raised to the negative 6, 1 over m raised to 6. Itong d raised to negative 7, e raised to negative 8, pagbaligtarin natin. Yung d raised to negative 7, para maging positive yan, lagay mo sa denominator. Yung e raised to negative 8, para maging positive yan, lagay mo sa numerator. So the answer is e raised to negative 8 all over d raised to 7. This one, number 3, a raised to negative 3 and b raised to negative 2. Pareha silang may negative exponent. You put it in the denominator. So, 1 over a cubed b squared. This one, ang may negative lang, si h na variable. So, remain natin si g squared and o sa numerator. And you put the h squared at the denominator. J, k raised to negative 5, L raised to 5. So, remain po ang positive exponent doon sa J, L raised to 5. Yan yung may positive exponent. Yung k raised to 5, para maging positive yan, kasi k raised to negative 5 eh. Para maging positive, you put it at the denominator. So, the answer is J, L raised to 5 all over k raised to 5. Alright, how simple I am. So, we're going to simplify x raised to the fifth power all over x raised to the third power. By quotient of powers, you just subtract the exponent, diba? So, meaning ko sa'yo, magiging sagot mo lang dito ay x raised to 5 minus 3. So, just simply x squared, diba? So, by giving the factors of x raised to the fifth power, so x times x times x times x times x all over x cubed, x times x times x. Just cancel the common factors, so the remaining factors will be x squared. So, yan yung answer. X squared is the answer. Let's try another one. How about if we're going to simplify 14x squared all over 28x squared? So, you need to factor it. 14 times x, 14 times 2 times x. So, just cancel the common factors, yung 14, tsaka yung x. So, yan. So, remaining factors is x over 2. O, yan yung simplified form niya. Next, how about b squared minus 49 all over 2b minus 14? So, as you can see here, we have factoring difference of two squares. And of course, this denominator factoring by common monomial factor CMF. So, b squared minus 49, this will give you the factor of quantity b plus 7 and v minus 7. And for the denominator, we have 2, yun yung CMF nila. and the remaining factors will be v minus 7. Just cancel the common factors, so the simplified form of this is v plus 7 all over 2. Let's try another one. We have x squared plus x minus 42 all over x squared minus 36. So, ang factoring method na gagamitin natin sa numerator ay quadratic trinomials where a is equal to 1. Sa denominator naman po ay difference of two squares. So, you think of a factors na negative 42 ang sagot. Pag pinag-add mo naman, positive 1 ang sagot, diba? And that is quantity x plus 7 and quantity x minus 6. Kasi pag pinag-multiply mo sa 7 times negative 6, negative 42. Pag pinag-add mo naman positive 1, yung numerical coefficient ng middle term mo. Yung denominator natin ay difference of two squares. So, we have the factor as quantity x plus 6 and quantity x minus 6. So, just cancel the common factors between numerator and denominator. So, cancel si x minus 6. Ang matitira sa kanila ay x plus 7 all over x plus 6. Let's try another one. So, we have x squared minus 9 all over x squared plus 4x minus 21. So, by factoring again natin, itong numerator natin, ang factoring method na gagamitin ay difference of two squares. And of course, yung denominator natin ay quadratic trinomials where a is equal to 1. So, anong factor ng numerator natin? Anong square root ng x? X. Plus minus yan. And then square root ng second term na 9, which is 3. And of course, you think of a factors of negative 21 na ang pag pinag-add mo ay positive 4 ang sagot. So, that is 7 times negative 3. This will give you negative 21. Kapag pinag-add mo naman, positive 7 plus negative 3, positive 4. Tapos, ika-cancel lang natin yung common factors between numerator and denominator. So, that is x minus 3. Cancel sa numerator, cancel din sa denominator. So, the simplified form of this is x plus 3 all over x plus 7. Alright, for your reflection, I understand that, I realize that. Thank you and God bless you all.